Stanley Drucker. If you're watching this video, he's a household name in your house, for sure. Legend, icon, pretty incredible. I studied with Stanley for 2 years while I was a student at the Juilliard School, and I guess I had my last lesson, well, clarinet anyway, about 26 years ago. He was a pragmatic teacher. My last year there, he pulled out orchestra parts, just took us through the part, explaining, what goes on where, makes you play it. And I remember him pulling out Mahler 5. I guess the orchestra was doing that week, and one of the movements, he says, well, I transpose it, I play it on the other clarinet, and well, there's one low E, but the second clarinet player can play it. And he would have us sight read the parts, and he had me sight read that movement of Mahler 5, transposing at sight. I don't think I had ever really heard Mahler 5 at that point. Now that's on me, but I just remember going through it and trying, and I would do okay and slow down and drag a little. And he would always say, come on, hurry up. You got to stay in time. He says, this is baby music, 4 notes to a beat. Baby music, 4 notes to a beat. And I actually worked up the courage once and I said, baby music for you, Mr. Drucker. But a lot of practical information in those lessons. I remember showing up to one of my lessons with a new mouthpiece. And I said, oh, I got this new mouthpiece this week. And, what do you think? And he said to me, what was wrong with the old mouthpiece? And he said, listen, David, he says, don't go trying and buying everything out there on the market, because you're going to spend a lot of money and waste a lot of time. Now, I am sitting in the Van Doren studio telling you this story. So that being said, he was very much, I think as Mark Nuccio put it, he would bleed buffet blue and Van Doren purple, and that's really true. I remember a meal at one of the buffet academies early on, and it was a nice meal with all the faculty, and I was buying, or I should say Van Doren was buying. It was a pretty hefty bill, and I was a little uncomfortable, and he said something that just changed everything to me. And what he said, as he was thanking me for inviting everybody, he said, listen, he says, nobody would have the career they would have today without Van Doren. And everybody there, whether they played Van Doren or not, all agreed. And that statement made me feel a lot better, and it was a little easier to make the phone call to my boss saying, but one of a kind guy. The expression, oh, he's so good he could play on anything and sound good, that was invented for him, just so you know. That, they didn't use that before. That was for Stanley Drucker. Last thing I'll leave you with is, I remember a student at school, I went and saw the orchestra play the Ginastera variations. And he gave me a photocopy of the part, actually. I still have it somewhere. B-flat version, and all you clarinet geeks and nerds like me will know that, most people play it on the A clarinet because they say it lies easier. His thought was, why do I want to try to go to a high D when I can just settle for a high C sharp? And saw him recently. I saw him in October, and I mentioned this, and he goes, well, it only goes to C sharp, it's on B flat, it's not that hard. Now, again, all of us that know that piece shows you just how hard D major could be as a clarinetist, or for a clarinetist. So many stories, so many laughs. Just so much. Truly a one of a kind, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm happy I saw him in October, and he was the same Stanley Drucker that I had known for 30 years, because I met him before I studied with him. So anyway, God bless you, Stanley. safe travels, and I hope we'll all be able to continue without you.